Hello, I am the Great Leon of the channel Vega Star, and it's happening. After a couple months of trying to get answers back and forth with the support on Patreon, and a little bit of discussion between an old demon friend, we are pleased to announce that our Patreon will be live soon. I've been discussing with friends and family about it for a while now, and here is the final setup currently of the memberships. The $2 tier, the mass supporters. It is a simple tier for those who just want to tip me a little something, you know? You can see all posts relating any updates or any other things I may talk about throughout anything on this Patreon. You have access to certain uncensored videos, which are mainly the censored words. If you recall in our playthroughs with Valken on Pal World, he is censored because he has quite the sailor mouth. Even when it comes to some of his older story bits, he is still censored. So, you will be getting those uncensored versions, because YouTube is a little sensitive over the abundance of swear words. Like, you can say a couple, but saying too much may be a problem, especially within the first 30 seconds of the video. There are also certain dialogues that may be changed in some videos. For example, there may be like something Chia may say. This sounds a little weird, but in the uncensored version, she'll probably say something probably quite unhinged and perverted, and you'll get to see that. Kind of like it's originally supposed to be said, but it cannot be said on YouTube. I also plan on making spoiler anime reviews, as I mentioned several times in my anime videos. Like Mushoku Tensei. I have not made them yet, but I will make them soon. You will be able to see my spoiler review on Mushoku Tensei, which I'm not going to go full deep dive of the story, no. I'm just going to be talking about my favorite bits. Like what my favorite part of season 1, my favorite parts of season 2, my favorite characters, best girl, best boy, all that kind of stuff. You get to hear my personal opinions of the anime. If we achieve members above 20, I will be doing polls where you decide types of ideas for a story video, types of games I could play. You will have the power to help influence the channel's creative brain. And finally, members may gain access to some drawings with the smaller watermarks. For those of you who don't check out my Pixiv account, you will see that there is a large watermark across my artworks. You will gain access to some of the artworks, only the safer work versions, with a smaller watermark. Next up, we have Cultured with Vega, the $5 tier. You'll get access to all content from the first tier. You will also be able to see my new version of content, the NSFY videos. These videos are not safe for YouTube. They will be heavier fan service content and even have some potential nudity content that obviously cannot be shown on YouTube. But I do want to explore more of it. I have been practicing the not safe for work content through my Pixiv. If you have seen them, then you know I've been practicing on them. So there will be videos where there will be some of that. And you will have access to that through the $5 tier, which is why it's called Cultured with Vega. We also noticed you can live stream on Patreon. So I decided that for the $5 tiers and above, you can participate in the future live streams. We just have to reach a certain goal. I haven't decided the goal, but I will, when we reach that certain goal, I will plan to do a Patreon exclusive live stream. We could do stuff like live Q&A or some other things, maybe talk about anime or whatever. The main benefit you will have in the videos is that every story video that comes out, your names will be at the end of the video. You will also gain access to the same amount of content I have on my Pixiv, including the NSFW content. You will gain access to all of them with a smaller watermark. And finally, the final tier, the greatest. For $8 a month, you'll gain access to absolutely everything that's been available so far. You'll also gain a vocal shout out at the end of every story video. Just like the $5 tier where you have your name shown, except I will be saying your name out loud. If I don't know how to pronounce your name, I believe there is a little messaging system where I can ask you how to pronounce your name. And I have mentioned this before, and I still kind of want to do it. You can have a little bit of a cameo in our videos. The cameos will be just basic NPC models with your name written on it, like a name tag for like a coffee shop worker, or maybe on a hat they're wearing, or on a t-shirt that's supposed to sound like a band name, but it's really not. Something like that. We'll come up with something. Your cameos may not even just be NPCs. You could even be a part of our props. like books, billboards, posters, TV screens, all that kind of stuff. It's just to show thanks that you are supporting us in content creating, keeping us motivated. If you have your own OC and you want to see them in my own art style for the cameo, let me know. Please keep in mind that your OCs are not a part of my story, so they're not like main characters or side characters. They're just fun little cameos. If you're also your own content creator with your own OC, it could also be a helpful advertisement. However, vocal cameos will not be made. Mainly because I cannot guarantee that everyone has a really good mic, and I am not really that great on sound edits and fixes, so just keep that in mind that you will not be voicing anything. I may change my mind in the future, but right now I'm still saying no on the voice cameos. Just your names if potential OCs, if you want. Depending how this works, I may be able to do fan request videos for the $8 tiers. An example for one is ideas I can make for scripted videos that could be fun. Like, maybe maybe you guys in the $8 tier request a video of Sylvia's trying out different types of seafood, for example. At the beginning of the videos and in the description, we can call it the Patreon made videos. It'll be a video contents for the main channel, not for the Patreon members. The Patreon members help make these videos for the main channel. Other ideas you can request are like topic videos. You want me to talk more about anime, or maybe you want me to talk about a specific anime you've been trying to see if anyone can talk about, and you want my opinion on it. Keep in mind, I will refuse certain topics and ideas, like political topics, IRL content for now, and disturbing fetishes that I am not a fan of. And there you have it. My Patreon will be open soon. I promise you it will be this month. And one final thing I want to mention is that every month I will plan to at least post 1 to 2 NSFYWs if possible. And I will try to make altered scripts for the mass supporters to get altered dialogues or uncensored vocal versions of videos. That way you have more content besides just simple drawings and other stuff. Alright, and that's all I have for you. This will open to the public this month. I will be making a trailer video soon. When that comes out, that means the Patreon is officially open. With that out of the way, until next time!